Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, March 19, 2020, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Well, today was kind of a crazy day, but it was actually quite profitable for us. But I can still grumble a lot about it, and I will do in this video. After all, I'm the one making the video. I can grumble if I want. The Dow, after the huge drop yesterday, took a little bounce here and bounced from the 19,000 area back to just above 20,000, officially gaining 188 points. It was a rather weak rally, to say the least, but it was just enough to screw us out of some profits. Uh, but still, we did pretty well. And we got into 12 new positions. This is basically doing conventional stock trading again. These were all long positions that we got into. 6 were positive, 6 were negative, and we're carrying a whopping $2,600 in open trade going into tomorrow. Uh, the getting out was what was tough for me today. If you saw the video yesterday, you know I was very pessimistic about what was going to happen because we were carrying inverse uh, stocks in energy, and I think we had 4 of them. And last night it looked like crude oil was going up. Well, actually, this morning opened up, and we were actually we had 63,000 or something open trade. And this morning it opens up, and right after the open, it was like 65,000. I couldn't believe it that we weren't getting crushed. And then my disbelief turned into euphoria because about 15 minutes into the trading day, that $65,000 turned into $102,000 in open trade profit. And I took a screenshot of that and I'll put it on the site. You can see it. 15 minutes into the day, man, we were just flying high. And that and then all hell breaks loose, and that $102,000 in profit fell to 48,000 by the time we actually got out. So it's kind of like, am I going to cry over a $55,000 loss in profits, or am I going to rejoice at having taken $48,000 and secured that in closed out trades? So I'll choose the latter, but it was kind of a crazy day, to say the least. Anyway, I'll show you one of those inverse stocks that we're carrying that illustrates what our problem was this morning. This is ERY, which is a daily energy bear, and we had bought this yesterday, just beginning of the second hour, it looks like, and it closed quite profitably on the close. And then this morning, it screams topside. I couldn't believe this. This is totally opposite of what the futures were showing overnight in oil. But up here at the top of this range, and you know, it was up here a good 20 minutes this morning after the open. And up here, this single stock was worth over $17,000 to us. But of course, we don't get out right away there. or we don't even get out on the second bar. We wait to the third bar. Yeah, look at this. This is where we get out. And our profits in this single stock went from over $17,000 up here to $1,600 down here. Yeah, that's pretty horrible. Basically dropped $15,000 in this single stock alone. And we had 4 of these, and all of them were doing very similar things. So that's how we went from $102,000 up here to 48,000 down here. It is what it is, but I just want you to understand that. It's tough being a trader, you know. Drives you crazy sometimes. I try not to let this stuff drive me crazy, but it can be tough. In spite of the fact, you know, as you know, we're having the most spectacular time here in 2020 that I would have never dreamed that we could be making the money that we are in 2020 in the stock market crash. And we're trading on the long side. We're trading a lot of inverse stocks, but we're trading everything on the long side. Okay, what we're looking at here was one of the conventional long positions we took today. This is AKBA, and I'm not sure of the pronunciations. I'm going to call that Akebia Therapeutics, but I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. And this thing took off like a bird, and you know, at this third bar here, we're buying the very top of that bar. That's normally just a horrible entry, but we do it. We bought it there. And then it backs off, goes against us, but then it gains some steam for the rest of the day. And we have 9,000 shares in that thing. And on the close, we have $3,600 in open trade profit in Akebia Therapeutics. And then finally, I show you. This is a penny stock. I throw, you know, 3 or 4 of these into the portfolio because they are oftentimes end up being very profitable. My argument is with penny stocks is there's usually limited amount of money you can lose on them because there's not much distance they can go down. But when they blow off to the top side, we really rake it in. This is MRNS, which is Marinus Pharmaceuticals. And this took off today. And we didn't get into it till about the 3rd hour in this big spike up. We grabbed it right there. It pulled back, went against us right away, which is very common. And then it gained some steam at the end of the day. And with 30,000 shares, we're going from, you know, about $1.53 or so it looks like to about $1.63. So, you know, I think gains a dime, but we got 30,000 shares. And with that, we have $3,700 in open trade profit in MRNS. So we'll just have to see how that goes tomorrow. Anyway, not a bad day. Hey, on the balance sheet set, I was right in front of me. We closed out 48,000, and we're carrying 2,700 into tomorrow in open trade. So we're doing good. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Freaky Friday.